All right, continuing forward. I want to pull some cards. I'm just going to ask, what are we going to see 10 years from now, 10 years down the road across the planet? What are we going to see 10 years down the road across the planet when it comes to the politics, etc.? Are we still going to see this radical right surge, or will things have calmed down by then? We have friends and the direction. So it depends on what direction we're going to choose. Don't forget, we have free will. So it's saying, it's up to us what direction we're going to go. But let's look at the potential as it stands now. What is the potential, the most likely potential? Now, if it comes out negative, don't forget, this can be changed. We have free will, and so this is just the energy of the moment, what direction is possible. We have all these things up in the air. So again, it's feeding into that. It's up to us what direction we go. We've got so many things up in the air to deal with. It's about going into it. Look who's giving what. Is it the upper echelon, the 1%? Okay, are we still buying into this trickle-down drama, or are we seeing something else that's being worked on? Okay, so what is being worked on behind the scenes? The challenge is the victory, wanting the victory. Okay, about how we move forward, the energy we're putting out. Are we putting out the energy for a victory for which side? It's up to us, is what it's saying. There's so many things we need to look at and to really get serious about. Above it, we have, in the toxic view, it's the narcissist. It's those that would be king, that type of mentality, the authoritarian, the narcissist that's out for himself. Or if it is in the beneficial, then it's looking for the higher things, bringing in the higher things. And again, it's saying that this is still everything up in the air for the choices we make. We have compassion, bringing the higher things when it comes to a victory over, and the energy being put out for those that are unhappy, okay? So looking for compassion and better ways to deal with things, higher ways to deal with things, rather than this narcissistic drama feeding into the unhappiness. The foundation is what we're birthing, our laws, our things. Are we going to higher things? Is that what we're birthing? Is that what we're bringing in? So are we going to have compassion? Are we going to go towards, again, higher ideals of compassion? Or are we going to go towards that, holding by money, monetary drama? Okay. And what is the cup overflowing? Again, is it overflowing with the cup of abominations, or is it the cup of love? Dealing with those with compassion for those that have less, that are unhappy. Can we have a victory? We can have a victory, but the challenge is the victory and the energy moving forward to deal with love for those that have less. Some of the big things we have is homelessness. We have these greedy ones that are just pricing people out of ability to have a place to live. So underneath of it, we have, again, the seeds that are sown and we don't like what's coming up. We have that repression or backing off. We have those of that mentality going towards the negative and trying to repress people mentally. Okay? So these are the things we have to look at. It looks like we have, underneath of it all, that's the thing we have to deal with. We have to deal with the angst of people. They're feeling like they are being repressed, and this mentality that is pushing this negative agenda of angst and anger and feeding people into that. So it's saying, we're at a crossroads as to what we're going to choose and what direction we're going to go. Again, at the center, everything is up in the air. Okay? We have a man of compassion. The challenge above it is people's angst and anxiety. And what is the cup overflowing? Is it going to be out of love, or is it going to be a cup of abominations that's going? We have either this is the toxic narcissist, or we're going to go to the higher things that are being birthed. What are we going to go with? We have to watch out, again, underneath of it all, for that toxic element. We have the past, that 1% giving, and the people remaining poor. So how are we going to work on this? And what are we going to do with it when it comes to daily life and holding on to financial well-being, etc.? Because we have so many people that are having a bad harvest, that are not doing well. The challenges of victory and moving things forward. And underneath, we have the people repressed by this mentality that is being put out by this white supremacist and the what is the name of that women's group that is so toxic? Is it Mothers for Liberation or something? And it's not liberated at all. It's Mothers for Toxicity, really. They are ones that are into that white supremacy type of radicalization, etc. So it's saying, in 10 years, it's up to us which direction we go. But we have to be aware of under the surface. Under the surface, we have those radicalized ones putting out that mentality of suppressing people, suppressing their ideation, suppressing those things. And that's something we have to be aware of. We have to come at it with compassion, and we need to look at the monetary situation, the difficulty people are going into and having. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here. We'll see you online.